what's happening? So, I skipped a couple of, I don't know, weeks, and the barge is pretty much done, which I'm going to show you here in a minute. We're currently on barge number 1, which is very, very poorly built. Pretty much free, which is why it's poorly built, because I didn't really put much money into it. And, yeah, so we're going out to barge number 2 from barge number 1, which is what I have the motor on. And I'm bad at taking videos, I'm bad at uploading, I'm sorry. But, let me turn this camera around and show you what we're working with. Here she is. The tarp isn't set yet. The tarp it's up, but it's not in its permanent place. So I got the beams up top, those two. Yeah, cool. Focusing. Trying to steer as well. For stability, I have had 3 people so far up on there. Let me just get right here. We're gonna come over here. We're gonna tie her up. He loves it. We got the turf down on here. It's 99% done, which is dope. There's a solar panel on the roof. The last thing that I need to do is hook up the solar panel to the batteries and the charge controller, which I'll show you here in a minute. But you know, we're one-handing this, so everything's fine. The ladder's not normally out here. That's out here to hook up the charge controller. Charge controller's in the box. The charge controller is going to go up here somewhere. Try to keep it out of the elements. I didn't nail down that piece of turf, so that's cool. But the rest of this turf is nailed down. I got this from a turf reseller who replaces turf for sports fields and whatnot. And then instead of just getting rid of it, they resell it to people like me, because new turf to cover this whole area, I think it's like just under 300 square feet, would be about 300 square feet. It was like $650. And then a lot of places would come out and install it. And I was like, I'm not paying for that. Why the fuck am I going to like haul a crew out here on this with their tools and whatnot to install fucking no, I'm not going to do that. That's ridiculous. This is cool. So the solar panels aren't hooked up, but this thing doesn't draw like anything. It is a marine head unit. I don't know if that means much. I've got an iPod because I'm really old. It's one of these two. Maybe this one. No, it's probably not this one. It's probably the other one. Turn that off, back on. This one. There we go. Music. Ooh. Playlist. Need to. I don't know. Hate picking music. And I'm not popular enough, so it doesn't matter if I play music on here. But this guy, I need to hide the speakers. I'll drill a hole right here, have the wires go out that way. Wires go up here, they go up here, and I've got a couple of speakers. One right there, and the other one is over there in the corner. We also have an antenna. Turn that down because that's annoying. I've got this wicker couch, which is dope, and the roof actually does a really good job. So I waterproofed all the boards. It's 3/4 inch plywood, which is way too thick, but you know, fuck it, whatever. I used caulk, and then I used spray foam because I don't really care, and it's cheaper. And then I put waterproofing on the top side of it, but then I also put the tarp down. I'm gonna have little hooks up here so that I can pick this up and hang it up. But when the sun's going down, this provides a lot of extra shade, which is dope. Cut holes in it all along here to stick these lights through. Current trash can, fire pit, which I think was on here last time. That is resin in that box, because this is a live slab. I think it's called living slab. I don't fucking know. One of the two. You got one back here too. This is the bar area. This is where the batteries are going to be. That's just temporarily hooked up for right now. All we're running is music. Tiki torches, of course. Got some propane bottles. I'm getting a smaller grill that I'm going to have a table right here that folds down from. And that's it. We can get on the roof. I don't know if I'm going to try to show you that or not. I mean, why not? Fuck it. Maybe I'll fall content, right? Thinking about putting a hammock right here, but I think it's going to take up too much space. My buddy Brandon, no, not my buddy Brandon, my buddy Bill suggested that I make one off of this, have a hook right here, and just do a swing hammock, and have the other part come out here over top of the water. I'm like, that'll be dope. You can make one pole go straight out here, and then 2 poles at the top of that one go up and meet the roof right here, and that really will support it. Like, that could actually work. And then it would only take up a little bit of room right here. Here, we're gonna have to do something about that. So need a hammock, and there's a solar panel on the roof. I have 4 of them, but you'll see in a minute they are huge and overkill for these batteries, keeping them charged. These are off of a boat. They're sealed AGMs, and they're way overkill for what I'm running out here. It's going to be a radio. I might put a little fan like in the corner somewhere to just have fresh air flow. Cool. Maybe some fresh airflow. I'd like to do a margarita machine. I just think a margarita machine would be cool out here. You know, like maybe a really, I'm talking really small mini fridge. Like I know Red Bull makes those really tiny ones where you can fit like pretty much a 6-pack in. You guys know the kind I'm talking about. Something like that. These batteries are huge. I think they have like 100 amp hours. And I'll run them in, it's either series or parallel. I always get them confused. I think it's parallel, so you increase the amp hours and you keep 12 volts, whereas the other one increases the volts from like 12 to 24. Something like that. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Figure this out. I do have rock climbing holds because I thought that'd be cool. Been getting into that recently. And this up here is kind of a vibe. Set the phone down for a minute. Okay. So, we are now on top of the... Here's the solar panel. It's upside down because it's not plugged in anything yet. Let's go wider. And this is the roof. I think I'm going to limit it to 4 people up here or 3 bigger people. If I don't really have a weight restriction. I just think that like 4 people is probably enough to be up here. You can see all the signs and whatnot. I'm thinking about putting some targets way down there, but like low, like water level low. So you know, obviously you're shooting down. But yeah, this is what we're working with. It turned out pretty well. I've got, I know people are gonna ask, I've got about $800 in materials in the barge. I bought the pontoon boat for $100 with holes in the pontoons. I had to patch that, and then the wood is really what set me up. If you include the couch, the fire pit, the Bluetooth head unit, the little speakers and stuff, I'm at like 1100-ish, which for what this is, I had a beer share the other night on this kind of to christen it. It was a smaller get together, and we had, I think it was like 8 people in here, and it was fine. You know, I'm thinking I can have like up to 14 or so, because the OG barge right here, whose sail tore the other day, I need to put a new cover up, that can comfortably seat like at least 6 or so, and it still kind of looks like a construction zone down there, so don't mind that. But so I'm thinking like 14, 16 people. We have 6 on there, 10 on here. We might be good to go. But cool, that's up my hair. Should be a fun summer out here. I finished it a little bit later, as all projects do. And it turned out great though. I need to hook up the solar panel, figure out if I'm gonna do a hammock or not, fix the little bit of the tarp, the overhang, but it's like, it's done, you know? The finish line is in sight. The turf is down, the couch is out here, the bar is set up, you got the fire pit, you've got the chairs, the roof is on. The roof is a big thing. It's just, like, I know people are also going to ask, why did you build this? And I don't know. I think that a lot of people would do this, but a lot of people don't have the opportunities that I was fortunate enough and lucky enough to grow up with. And it only took me, 28 years to realize it and take advantage of it. So like, we're back in the woods, and this is behind the house. This used to be an old dump back in like the 40s and 50s, and it transformed into a community in like the 70s, I think. And this hole was actually the dump where everyone dumped their shit. Well, there was a pipe right over here. Let's see if I can figure out where to point. Right about here that went out, and the pipe got crushed, water filled up. So it's actually kind of deep. In the middle, it's like 22, 25 feet deep, which is kind of deep. It's drained down real low once in my lifetime, probably like 10 years ago now, and you couldn't really walk it because it was so muddy still. You would just like sink in, but it was really low. So yeah, anyway, back to the main, sorry, tangenting. A lot of people don't grow up with the opportunity that they have this in their backyard. And of course, you know, we have kayaks growing up and john boats. And then I built this first barge for practically nothing, and it looks like a trash heap because it is kind of a trash heap. It's kind of thrown together with whatever. I mean, oh my, embarrassing. Check this out. Like that looks so bad. That looks so fucking bad. But you know, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't really know what I was doing with this one either, but this one I had friends and I did a little bit of research and I figured out how to build a roof more correctly. And this isn't even a roof, that's just up to hold a fucking tarp in place so you have some shade. And this one I actually put time into, I actually put money into. If I told you I had $200 into the first barge, I might be over. Got all the barrels for free, all the wood for free, plywood for free, 2x4s. The only thing I really paid for is like the screws, the nails. My buddy Matt hooked me up on the batteries. I might have bought like 1 or 2 pieces. We're getting off topic. Thank you for watching. I'm going to try to make some more barge content. Welcome to my crib. The housing market is shit. People in my age are fucked right now trying to buy a house. So I don't make enough. I'm just going to live out here. Yeah. Thanks for watching.